Hi there and welcome back. How you doing? Okay, now I need to unwrap this and I don't want to spend ages doing it because I hate unwrapping and I'm not very good at it and it makes me sad. So, easy way of doing it really is I'm going to use UVW. So unwrap UVW and if I just open this up in our editor, here it is. And you will see that that's probably not an accurate unwrap of this entire object, to be fair. So I'm going to do Control and A, and then I'm going to go to Tools, Mapping, Flatten Mapping. I'm going to give it a polygon angle threshold of 60 degrees. Click OK. Okay, now let's see what it's done with this and how badly it's basically dicked it all up. So, if we have a look at things like this, okay, you can see that it's not great in certain places and it's okay in others. It really needs to separate these out by material ID. We can do that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this and I am going to create a palette of materials. Okay, so this is going to be my material white. This is going to be my material blue. This is going to be my material red. Now I'm colourblind, so I won't use a whole lot of different colours. If you're colourblind too, maybe this is the way you do it. If you're not doing it this way and you're colourblind, this is kind of what I do. It helps because I need some heavy contrasts between these colours. That one I can work on, and this one. Yeah, okay. See, so those 6 look different, and I'm probably not going to need any more than that. So, first of all, white. That's my base, okay? That's what everything is on this, so white. Next, the screens. So, let's go to polygon mode, and this material here, that's our blue. I'm going to hit F4 so I can make sure we get it right, and press Q just for select rather than select and move. Okay, and this is going to be all of our screens, including this one. Okay, so that's all our screens there, and I'm going to set this material ID channel to 1. Okay, so that's 0, this is 1. And I'm going to apply it. Okay, so there we go. Material ID 1 applied. Next, material ID 2. That's this one. I'm going to apply that to all of this. Okay, material ID 2. I'll just change the ID number. And then I'm going to be all cunning and sub-select some. So I need that one, 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 that one. Okay, and click ring. Right. There we go. Control select by polygon. Okay, and now you can see these are now all selected, and these are going to become material ID 4. Okay, and I'm going to apply them. So that way we get a nice contrast there. See? Now material ID 5 is going to be this matte. But before I do that, I think I should probably select everything on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark. Ooh, I don't want the circular marquee. I always select that by mistake. So there we go, marquee, and I want to select all the way down to about there. As you can see, there's a lot of weird little polygons going on there. Go around the back. Okay, and that's everything kind of selected the way I want it. Now you're seeing there's a couple of blues selected at the back there. I'm going to deselect them in a minute, don't worry. Now this is my ID 5. Let's apply it. And then finally my ID 6 is going to be down here. Okay. So ID 6, that's this one. Okay, and apply. Alright, let's go around the back. These are all ID 1s that I need to fix. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just make sure they're not the front. Chink. Okay, there we go. Right, so now we have ID 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. That's solid. Go 0. Right then. So with that done, I'm going to save this as a whip again. Right, so hilariously 3ds Max crashed just after I'd saved that. You didn't see that though, so that was cool. Okay, so I'm going to select this. It was funny, I'd literally just saved it and I got the thing where it's like, do you want to send an error message? Does it make any difference? Anyway, I am going to go to unwrap UVW map. Okay, I'm not using any special plugins and I'm not using any particular skill with this, so don't get excited. I'm going to open my UV editor, and because I've basically got these all separated now as different UV channels, it's going to make my job a teeny weeny bit easier. Okay, with everything selected, I'll go to mapping, flatten, by material IDs. Okay, you've got 3 options here: normalize clusters, rotate clusters, and fill holes. I'm going to change my angle to around about 50 degrees. I'm going to give it a spacing of a little bit more than that. And click OK. And then wait, because it'll take a moment. Not long, depending on your computer. Okay, so there we go. You can see what it's done now is it's basically separated every part out. So we have the kiosk here with all its little bits. We have all our screens in this area. We have the floor and the floor panel. It'll make things a little bit easier for us basically. It's not going to be so much of a hard job. Now you can fix your pipes and unwrap them properly if you want. They're all in this corner. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with that. Now I'm just checking where everything is. So if I select that, I can see it's down here. These screens, there's one and there's one. Now this screen, I want to be able to work on it without it being like that, so I'm going to just rotate it if I can. Okay, and that should mean that these are in the right place now. I'll just check. Yep, they are. Now this one, that's that screen, and I want it the right way up as well. I'm going to move it over here. And this one, that's the right way up. That's the right way up. Okay, that's good. And then the rest of it is all basically just like the kiosk itself and the sides of the kiosk and these bits at the back and all that junk. Now most of the focus is going to be over here on these, so let's see if I can't just increase their scale a teeny bit. I'm pretty sure I can. And this is those screens there, which for some reason aren't straight. I'm not quite sure about. So I think I'm going to have to just adjust this a teeny bit, so I'll just move that over to there, scale it up. Not too much, it'll go over the edge, don't want that. Okay, and now over here, see what that is? I'm going to have to fix that, so I'm going to grab this, and then this, then I'm going to straighten these, and I'm going to pull this up too. Okay, and that gets that bit done, which is good. These are all straight, which is great. There's loads of little bits that are obviously like suffering badly because, you know, I'm doing a very lazy job of unwrapping them, but the thing is, it's going to work, so it's kind of what matters here. Okay, I am going to close that. And if you hate my messy unwrapping, that's okay, just spend longer. That's all you've got to do, spend longer doing it. Right, I'm going to convert this to an editable poly, because this will now be baked in. And what I'm going to do is I am going to attach a new light, and it is going to be a standard skylight just there. Why? Because if I now hit F4, my light will be flat. You can't see it here, but it is. If I hit F9, it's flat. Flat lighting, flat, flat, flat. So now, if I go to F10, not F10, sorry, if I select this and hit 0, you'll see I've got my kiosk info goal here. So, that's cool. I am going to use my existing channel. I'm going to add an output, and it's going to be a diffuse map. My diffuse map is going to be 2048, because this is a high detail object. No target map slot. I'm going to use a background that's just black for the moment, and I am going to render it. Okay, following elements do not specify a target map slot. That's because I'm not mapping it to itself. If I was, great, but I'm not. So continue. And you'll see all of these are different colours and completely flat. There's no shading on them. Alright? Kind of important. Grubalicious. Okay, so now we have the areas that you can see down here, obviously, which are the screen and the floor. Screens, floor. Okay? Up here, the bottom. Here, the kiosk. Here, some metal. Here, pipe ends. Okay? It's all you've got to remember. Nice and easy. Okay then, now I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save it in my Clinic asset development folder. I'm going to call it my colour map, because I'm from the UK. I'm going to call it colour with an R. I'm going to save it as a target. Okay, pre-multiplied alpha, 24 bits per channel. Don't really need it compressed. Click OK. And that is my bit of 3ds Max work done. Now I'm going to get rid of my lamp, sorry, my skylight, not lamp, and I am going to save this as WIP4. I need to go to the correct folder for this, so I know what it is. And then I'm going to apply a single material to this. So there we go. So it becomes grey again. And the reason for that is because if I have all those different colour IDs, when I go into Unreal Engine, it will want 6 materials. 6 of the same material, but it wants 6 materials. And so by doing this, I only need 1. If I wanted to do a lot more swapping of materials and colours and things like that, then cool, I can do it that way. But I'm not really wanting to. I just want 1 material that will work, kind of thing. Now, another thing I need to do here is smoothing. So I'm going to go to my modifier panel and click Smooth, Auto Smooth, and if you look, these are quite harsh, some of these, but they should be okay. Let's see if I can just, there we go. So maybe 34.5 will do it. Okay, that'll give us a nice smooth look without over smoothing stuff. Right click, convert to editable poly again, although you can keep your smoothing groups. And with this selected, I'm going to go to File, Export, Export Selected. I'm going to take it to the folder I've been using, which on my PC is in Warehouse 43. I don't know why I call it that. And I'm going to put it in my Kiosk asset development. Kiosk from Max Export. Okay, just so I know what it is. And click OK. There we go. Right, so in the next part, I'm going to take this off to Quixel, and we're going to have some fun. So I'm going to save this as Final Max Model. Okay, so we know what it is. And I shall see you if you decide to come to Photoshop and Quixel with me in a few moments.